Dun dun na na. Dun na 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 na. It's cringy, I know, but it's a very catchy theme. It's a very catchy theme. Hello, good day, fellow cinema nerds and geek gamers of the internet. You're watching Deano Reviews. I'm feeling a lot of enthusiasm today. 5 people watching. No wait, I heard up to 10 last time. 11 people watching. I'm being a bit generous with myself today. I'm not as self-loathing. I'm not being as pitiful. Because, well, I'm feeling happy for maybe, I don't know, 3 reasons. Number 1, this morning I did my media exam. I think I went pretty well, by the way. Thank you for asking. No, you wouldn't. I just said I asked myself. And so that means I have no exams well, I finished AS. If you're in the UK, you know what that means. I finished AS. So basically, from now to the 6th of June, I go back and they tell me what second year of college will be like. Yes, I am in college, surprisingly. I mean, you wouldn't guess, would you? But for now, I have nothing. So basically, what did I do? I felt good. I think they put you on a media exam. I have no more exams now. Done that. Done that. That's what you're normally expected to do at the end of a school year. And I don't have any college for a while. So what did I do? I thought I'd treat myself and sing like, hey, didn't that X-Men movie come out yesterday? Indeed it did. Or here at least. I don't know if it's come out in America yet. I mean, I think I've spotted 1 or 2 reviews from overseas, but I don't know, because basically I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes score, which is like at 49%. Yeah, I'll get to if I agree with that later. But I haven't watched any video platform reviews. I said platform because I just did a media exam. I'm not trying to be a smarty pants. So I haven't watched any reviews. I just looked at that Rotten Tomatoes score, and I think I saw some of my cinema friends who go to the same cinema say, I don't know why all the critics are complaining. It's good. So hopefully, a bit concerned that's going to get panned. Oh, I should probably say, am I on this? Well, I think today, I did say that my Jungle Book review, I think it was my Jungle Book review, was my first real review because that Batman v Superman one, that was my first impressions. It was like, it was more thoughts, just saying like parts of the movie that made me heavily dislike it. And I also said slight spoilers, and then said in the Jungle Book review, I'm just gonna own just rambling to a camera. That's what I'm just gonna do. But it's first impressions. I first see it and I just ramble on and see in there and then. But for this one, I don't know why, but I think this one's gonna be properly reviewy, as in my style. I mean, like, heck, if I would get a professional camera and edit it on like Premiere Pro or something to make it look all nice, then I would. But it would still just me be going on a tangent and rambling overall. So I thought I'd change something. So yes, I saw the movie, but I thought I'd wear this because I don't know. It could be I mean, it's really hot wearing this sweater, whatever you call it, and this. But I don't know. I think it's presentation. There you go. And I mean, I don't wear this every so often. I don't go outside and wear this bloody thing because even I know that's some weird looks. I know it's expressing yourself, but I think there's a limit. I just like orange and I think it looks nice, and I wore it for like a video, that April Fool's one. So I thought about it here. I mean, make the most use out of it, even though it's really hot. It's really hot on here, and it's not because I walked in. Okay, what's the other reason this one, I'm properly prepared for this one. This one, like, it'll probably still be like half an hour long, and again, just be rambling with this lovely, sarcastic, terrible quality, but because I have a bit of presentation, somewhat. I have a bottle of water this time because I know. Yeah, that's the proof I could actually drink water. In case you wanted to know, which you didn't. Just in case my phone probably goes dry, which probably will because I talk a lot. Oh, and also, I haven't done this before. You know how I said, I believe I said in the past, I don't make any notes. This is my first impressions. Well, this time, I mean, it's still not exactly scripted, but I do watch a few reviews and actually do write notes. So that's what I did. The movie ended during the credits, so I was waiting to get picked up because, my mommy did it for me. She picked me up and brought me home. I wrote some notes on my phone to properly, because, like I said, it was first impression, but I didn't like sleep on it. I just let it sink in. I thought I pretty much skimmed through the entire film in my head, and just wrote down a few notes. Some of them, it's just like me being a bit silly and like going like referencing something to another movie or being a bit immature. Like for example the top one, which I'll get to, and some of it is actual, critical points about said movie. But first, before I do that, I believe I should probably give you my backstory and my history with the X-Men franchise. Before I do, I leave my cat on my lap. There's a cat on my lap. No. Okay, basically, I believe I've said in the past that I am a superhero movie fan. I'm a fan of superheroes. I've grown up on many superhero properties, mainly Marvel. Just have to be honest there. Well, I couldn't help what I watched as a kid. But one property, franchise that I did really grow up on, specifically in the institution of Marvel. There's my media exam coming out again. Was X-Men, and you would think it was for the cartoon, but I think that was mainly on during the 90s. But I did catch glimpses on it, like when it was on Fox Kids, if you remember that. That's where Wild Force was on. That's why I watched Power Rangers Wild Force. Wild Force. Oh no. Man, I'm young, aren't I? Man, I don't remember watching Tom Baker Doctor Who in the 80s, do I? I think it was earlier than that. Nope, no one. But I do remember seeing glimpses of the cartoon. I remember seeing like moments of it on TV. I remember kind of familiarizing myself with those character designs, Wolverine being all yellow and blue, which I have a little tiny figure of that little Wolverine in a box somewhere that's like this big. But what do you know? What I mainly grew up on was in comics. I actually didn't think I read a single comic in my youth. I'm still in my youth, but I've read a few now, like Civil War, which I mentioned earlier, was the X-Men movies. I may give you a visual demonstration. It'll probably be the first time I've ever actually moved this laptop from the spot. Let me just plug it out. Oh man, it's not on very high power, is it? Oh man, here we go. This is an uncomfortable angle. Okay, how you doing? I'm not showing off. I'm making a visual demonstration. So this is having a point here. Here, where is it? Up in other way. It's mirrored. In this area are my Marvel films. I just like DVDs. I do. I mean, no, it's not on demand. It looks prettier, and no, it's not Blu-ray because I think it looks better, less expensive. And if I had to rebuy all my DVD films on Blu-ray, I'd probably have maybe 5%. Because again, they're expensive. All my Blu-ray films are just those over there. There's not many. It's mainly my favourite films. Which I also own on DVD because I like that. But yes, here are all my X-Men movies. Weird. Yeah, I mean, in my head, I thought there's more, but there's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. Okay, there's that pointless demonstration of the fact that I actually own DVDs of the X-Men films, so I'm not lying when I say I watched the films, even though you probably believe me anyway. Yeah. Normal of you will probably finished talking about the movie by now. Give me a moment, it's really hot in this. Get the fucking out of my seat, mate. I didn't actually swear. It was F-E-C-K. You don't care. But man, like the blimmin' mascot of these bloody videos, he just sits on my lap. Hang on a moment, one more moment. Okay, now we're good. Yeah, that's a lot less hotter now. But when I say this is my first proper review, it doesn't mean I actually didn't mean any of my opinions or thoughts or points in those past still rambly videos. I still even though it was my first impressions, I still pretty much feel all the same on those films. The same how I feel. Yes, Batman v Superman fans, I still heavily dislike it. But here I actually have points and it's a tad more synced in, but I still felt the same there. I'll probably still do this from now on, even though, again, I only do this as a hobby because, because many of my friends either don't care or haven't seen the movie I'm talking about, or rarely I see in the movie I want to talk about, unless it's like, well, if it's not a big Marvel film or something like that. So this is how I vent out. Instead of, it's more, Dan, it's easier than a long Facebook post that again no one cares about. So yes, my experience with the X-Men franchise. In fact, I should probably just actually put them here and maybe give my short little thoughts. Man, they're dusty. I really haven't watched them in a long time. Okay. Whew. I probably do this for maybe the Die Hard films or the Rocky films that I watched. I bought the box set and watched them all. Yeah, I bought the box set. I got money. They gave me the money and I bought them. And I'll probably do it the same for them at some point, you know, if I feel like it and if I'm actually in clothes. But yes, mate, I'm okay. Might as well start at the top. Wrong order. Okay. The first X-Men movie, this was the film I probably grew up on. I mean, like, and superhero movie wise, it was always the Spider-Man films or the X-Men films. Yes, it was always Spider-Man and X-Men. Those were the two superhero films I mostly watched, and I think also The Mask. It was also The Mask. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I pretty much like whenever beyond that, I just watched like Thor once, and then I just carried on to Captain America and such and such and such. But these I actually probably grew up on and watched kind of repeatedly, even though it was like a 12, and I think I watched this when I was about 8. Probably a bit older than that, probably 10. But I haven't watched this in a very long time. I mean, I have memories of it. I know the scenes and a lot of imagery and what it's about and stuff like that. But how do I remember? I remember it being very good. I remember this being a very good movie. It's a bit hard to say how I feel about it since I haven't watched it in like, I don't know, 4 to 5 years. But maybe jogging my memory just looking at the bloody pictures on the back. I mean, I remember Halle Berry doing that roll back eye thing, the naked Mystique. Man, that helped me get through puberty. In a way, no, it didn't. I doubt those genes are actually in motion yet of the puberty wise. Hugh Jackman, obviously, with that hair, it actually, is meant to look a bit like a Wolverine because he's Wolverine. Heck, I still have I still like as a kid of like, wait. If he could regenerate and those claws come out of his knuckles, that means whenever his claws come out, the claws are actually ripping through the knuckles. It's not like little holes where they come out. It's always ripping it through. So when Rogue is like, does it hurt? And he's like, always. I'm like, oh yeah, that would hurt because whenever you get him out, it's coming out of your bloody knuckles. It's ripping through your flesh. So yeah, that's understandable. But yeah, I also really like Cyclops in this. I don't know why. I thought like that's the guy who shoots lasers out of his eyes. That's actually how I felt like laser eye boy, weather girl. These are probably really crappy ideas for superheroes. Squirrel girl. Wait, that is this. Okay, X-Men 2. Actually, I probably grew up more on this film than X-Men. And people say it's the best one. Well, it's better than X-Men. But X-Men 2, I remember being better. I mean, like, I'm trying to think. I'm not trying to think about this nostalgic wise and like how I felt watching it when I was like a young age. I'm trying to remember what it was like, but with a critical thinking now I've grown. Somewhat of a critical thinking. I mean, do I look like I'm a critic to you? I'm wearing an orange bloody blazer for God's sake. But still, Nightcrawler. I believe this was when I first discovered Nightcrawler, and he quickly probably became my favourite X-Men. Why was it his character? No, because he had the power I would most want to have. I mean, I don't want to be blue and have a devil tail, but out of all the powers, I mean, I don't think I could use laser eyes or like claws in my day-to-day life. I would use that though. But I probably nowadays would have the power of Blink, which is she was in Days of Future Past. She basically had the powers of Portal, which is the t-shirt I'm wearing. She threw pink portals and she went through them. I wish I had orange portals. I wonder why. But teleportation, I mean, that'd be sweet. But yeah, this. I remember it being good, really good actually. Still good. I mean, I don't know, I watched it again. I mean, oh yeah, I remember that when that other Adamantium lady, she's there. Oh, and there was Stryker, and there was like the whole Ice Wall thing. Trying to bring back memories. I remember stuff of Iceman, and like the Mystique being Nightcrawler's mother. Spoiled it. Well, I assume not. I assume that's not really meant to happen in the movie, but but I remember having a VHS of like a few episodes of the actual X-Men cartoon, like that sat in my wardrobe, and it had an episode where Nightcrawler was like, "You're my mom" or something like that, and he's French, he probably had an accent. Patrick Stewart. That's a picture of me with Patrick Stewart, okay? I hinted at when I said I might do a review of the Green Room movie, which is a movie with Patrick Stewart, and I was going to say, no, I'm not going to be that narcissistic and say that I actually met him. But, I mean, besides Troy Baker, I'm just really proud of it, okay? He's an amazing actor. I want to be an actor, and I met him, and I heard his voice in real life. It was in like year 8, and my head of year knew me and my best friend were like nerds. And even though we're mostly nerds of Doctor Who, he somehow thought, oh, I want to meet the guy from X-Men and Star Trek Next Generation. So he brought us there because he was there for this, like, you know, talking to, like, I don't know, people, like, above our year about, like, abusive relationships. And he made us go see it. I was really shy at first because I was turning around like, no, I don't want to do it. But he pushed me up. And basically, I do every single time I meet a somewhat famous person-ish, which happened 3 times. Also happened with that KSI YouTube I met because, I don't know, I thought I might as well. Even though everyone hates him, so when I go, I met KSI, they're like, oh, he's a douche, I don't like him, so whatever. But I was like, I like you in the X-Men movies because I never actually watched Star Trek Next Generation. I didn't think I know he was a part of it, or what Star Trek was at that age. But I knew X-Men, and him, in his voice, that whenever I tried to imitate, I sound like Sean Connery, like, well, I hope they make more. Well, they did make more. Damn right they made more. Where am I going next? I'm not even talking about the actual movie, I'm talking about the other movies, but, you know, X-Men Extravaganza plus the actual movie, that's the topic of this. So maybe I call this Deano Reviews X-Men Apocalypse plus X-Men franchise? I don't know. I'll think of it later. Oh, X-Men The Last Stand. I call it X-Men 3. I rarely say the actual subtitles. I just go like, hey man, I've recently seen Die Hard 3. Oh, you mean Die Hard with a Vengeance? Yeah, that. I don't have time to say subtitles. What do you take me for? Last Stand. Again, what should I say? Because this one's just the consensus of this movie is that it's not good. I remember it as being, and that's the thing. I might as well say now, when I get to X-Men Origins Wolverine, with X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men Origins Wolverine, both movies that fans of the franchise say are not good movies, I regard them as, you know, strangely enough, just silly popcorn flicks. The type of movies where, like, yes, I'm sure if I watch that now, I'm going to see a flaw in it or something like that. But to me, it's probably not the nostalgia, but it's just, like, mindless popcorn entertainment. It's just, I'm not turning my brain off, but I'm just, like, watching it, you know, just seeing Wolverine do his thing. I'm not really, you know, into, like, you know, the actual kind of drama, but, you know, because it's not really as good as the past ones. I assume, again, I haven't watched this in a bloody long time. But those movies, if I watch them now, which I most likely not, is still regarded to me in my eyes as silly popcorn flicks. But again, I remember a lot of scenes with this, like, you know, Angel in the bathroom. If you've never seen it, yeah. Why are you watching this if you haven't seen it? Well, I mean, like, if you're here to actually know what X-Men Apocalypse is like, the plus other X-Men movies in the title will probably let you know. I'm going to get to that in a bit. And again, I highly doubt people, you know, actually coming here to know if the movie's good or not. But anyway, here, I mean, I remember, like, you know, Angel, like, you know, in the bathroom bit, not doing, boy, I think he was like 12, but not doing that. Man, I wish, like, you know, on the cover of the first X-Men is just like one of X-Men cross, so it looks like X-Men is giving the middle finger in front of the X sign or whatever. Naked Mystique, Jean Grey. I mean, like, look at Wolverine, Storm, Magneto, Professor X, Angel, and like before she's Phoenix, you just go, Jean Grey. Why do you guys get all the cool nicknames? I'm just Jean Grey. Well, I don't know, Jean. I don't know. Someone should make a sketch out of that. Call me, mate. No, I don't do that. But, oh, and look, there's Colossus. Man, the effect looks a lot better in Deadpool because right, because in Deadpool is actually a CG guy, but here, it's a CG, but here like they literally just covered the actual actor in like chrome. Like heck, I could barely see his eyes. Oh no, that's a Juggernaut. I recognise him even before seeing that movie because I know there's a few video games and like I guess a cartoon, but I just recognised him before. Oh look, there's Iceman, there's Fireman. I'm sure has I think it's Pyro or something, and Rogue. Even though in the cartoon she could bloody fly and she has an accent, she's kind of sexy. Cartoons did a lot to us kids, but here she just kind of. I don't want to be a mutant. I touch people and they die, which is a pretty good reason. Like they're like, how dare you take away your mutant genes? You're supposed to be like us. I'm like, yeah, but you get to read minds and you get to change your appearance. I touch people and they literally die. Of course, I want to bloody get rid of it. I want to actually, bloody make out with someone without killing them, not like in the first one, And if I was there, I'd be like, yeah, that's actually pretty true. Yeah, you should do that. I mean, like people should have their own choice. We're not going to scold you for it. Oh, Beast, and this is the only movie with like a really good Beast. I mean, no, Beast and Nose is good, but like he was like when I think of Beast, I'm thinking of a big guy. He had a big Beast. You know what I'm saying, mate? And there was Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, female dog. This is a family show. No, it's not. I just don't really like to swear. Bitch. There you go. It means female dog, so technically, not a swear word. Now, what's the next one? I did put this in order. X-Men First Class. I actually caught this on TV recently. I watched a few moments of it. I still remember it being really good. I mostly remember watching this at my nan's house on sleepovers. It's good. I mean, me being a bit of a comic nerd now, I haven't read comics, but I know kind of the history. I know there's like the original designs, like black and yellow. Of their costumes and James McAvoy, who Mr. Tundus, and Michael Fassbender, who I mostly know for Magneto and also playing Frank in that film I mentioned in my Sing Street review. It's an independent film if you don't know. He sang in it. He's a really good singer. If you didn't know, you didn't know. But yes, it had Kevin Bacon in it. He got the Bakes, which I'm happy with. Had a girl who played Emma Frost, which I believe she turned crystal and stuff. And watching her scene on TV recently, I know she was a pretty bad actor. Havoc was cool. There's a lot of faces. Okay, this is also linking to X-Men Apocalypse because this is pretty much the first of a trilogy. It's pretty much the first of a trilogy. This, Days of Future Past, and now Apocalypse. Apocalypse, I'll just say now, expects me to remember a lot of faces in this movie. Because I haven't seen it in a while, there's a lot of faces that expecting me to remember, and the movie's like, oh look, it's her and him, and before they say their name, or maybe way at the end, they do a little flashback, like they show at the actual scene. I have no idea who they were. Like, am I supposed to remember that person? Like, oh, that guy. If you haven't seen it in a while, I'm like, yeah, I was a bit confused. Like, who's that again? But yeah, I remember it being cool. I mean, what do you know? Magneto ended up being a douche. He's a douche in all the movies. Like, I'll get to that though. Oh, I think in the wrong order. I put this on the top because the box set. And these are the only. This is really rare. These are movies that Magneto isn't actually the villain in, but Wolverine's in it. He's in everything. Because Hugh Jackman. When I say in everything, just watch the end of trailer 2, so I'm not spoiling anything, or X-Men Apocalypse. Hugh Jackman, he's moving on. I hope his last movie, even though it's rated R, which I'm fine with, he wears his damn costume because god damn it, because I grew up on remembering the classic colours and designs of the X-Men of the cartoon, which are bright and colourful, and that's how I remember them looking like. But then you watch this movie and they're just all wearing like, I don't know, black with maybe lines of what the actual colour is of like yellow or something. Just own it. Just own, like, one of your characters like has claws coming out of his hands. It's not completely serious. I mean, it has serious themes of like prejudice and stuff, but just own it. Just have him in like wearing blue and yellow, or I don't know. Just, you can mute it down a bit. Just have the whole mask thing. I mean, heck, I'm glad Magneto in the later movies are wearing red. By the way, I'm gonna get to like fateful costumes because something at the end, this Apocalypse movie that was complete utter fan service, and I thanked them for that. But please, last Wolverine movie. I mean, like, heck, even the DC movies don't want to end up to being, like, you know, campy and having, like, actual some bright colours and somewhat fun. Like, no, you make him dark, make Superman's costume dark blue. Heck, I can't even see blue on Wonder Woman's costume. Anyway, different movie. Wolverine I saw for my birthday. I'm getting on now. The Wolverine I saw for my birthday. Remember it being really good, I guess. I mean, he was a samurai. Got bone claws at the end. A bit disappointed. I don't like the bone claws. The scene at the beginning. I remember there being a scene at the beginning where he got hit by a nuclear blast, which is cool. Really trying to remember it. Viper. I remember her from Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He has a sword. He can't regenerate. I remember there being something really silly about the after credit scene alluded to Days of Future Past and everything becoming wrong. But, you know, and then the next movie everything's just Terminator 2 style and they just get right to it. Heck, they don't even explain... I don't think they even explain how they found him or, like, stuff like that. Or, like, even how... They never explain how Patrick Stewart survived. I just remember that. I mean, I haven't watched the movies in a while. Maybe I'm wrong, since I haven't watched all these movies in a while, but I watched them. And in X-Men 3, Patrick Stewart dies. I remember that. Oh, yeah, I should probably explain how, I made a note of this. Off topic. Where is it? One of my notes is, timeline makes no sense, but whatever. Yeah, the timeline, like, continuity, just don't find it in these movies. Like, after X-Men 2, directed by different people, it got all messed up. I mean, like, X-Men, at the end of X-Men First Class, Charles loses his legs, while at the beginning of X-Men 3, there's a flashback to where it's older Charles and he's walking and stuff, and him and the still friends, forget it. There's a point. I mean, like, Days of Future Past kind of rectified that, just kind of wiped it clean, so... But still, at least the movies are still here. Oh no, they're disappointing. No, they're still here. What else? Yeah, Patrick Stewart died in that X-Men 3. Oh, I didn't even mention a funny story with X-Men 3, actually. I mean, I'm sorry, it's a bit off topic. I saw this in cinemas. I'd like to know what I mostly remember seeing, what mostly my experience of seeing that movie in cinemas. Not I've actually seen the movie, but choking on a Skittle halfway through and then going outside and having one of the staff members pat my back. Not dying, that was my experience of watching X-Men 3. The Wolverine, I remember it being good. But it doesn't even exist now, according to the continuity. X-Men Origins Wolverine, at one point in my life, when I was like, I don't know, 8, this was my favourite movie. I'm not even joking. To most movie fans, they're like, you monster! I was 8, give me a break. I saw Wolverine, like, I don't know, just do all the slashy. I was like, that's cool, that's my favourite movie now. Heck, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was one of my favourite movies, but now I saw it like a corny... So 2000s. Keep your eyes on the bloody road. That's Sean Connery. I grew up on that sound. And heck, I remember Sabretooth was a bit of a... I think he had learning difficulties in the first X-Men, but now Sabretooth here is all I remember this actor being. When I ever see this actor, I'm like, oh, Sabretooth. Sorry. Oh, and Gambit and Ryan Reynolds. I can't add anything to that. The internet has already added enough to it. But yeah, I remember like looking up on the internet like, oh, soon to come X-Men Origins Magneto, and they tried to make multiple, didn't happen. And they shot on the head with adamantium bullet. Yeah. Okay, there's a game theory where like if Deadpool gets shot on the head, he would lose all his memories. X-Men Origins actually got it right. Deadpool didn't. Deadpool was still cool. Oh, and I would put Deadpool here after an X-Men movie. But I know, actually, I'm not even joking. As part of my notes, I literally just put... I don't want to spoil the notes because I'll just give it all... You get to pause and look at it and like, oh, I got it now. I put Deadpool... I just wrote Deadpool, guessing the... I think it's because the X-Men Apocalypse is so like, everyone's going to die, the world is ending, everyone's in trouble, and then like, you remember this is in the same word of like Deadpool, like cutting off his own hand, and like, you know, talking about masturbating with a little tiny hand and maximum effort, and and all that silly, goofy, fourth wall breaking stuff, and you remember it's in the same order as this. Where were you, Deadpool, to stop Apocalypse? Nah, that would make no sense. Like, you're in a movie, like, everyone's going to die, and Deadpool comes out of nowhere, like, hi, chimichangas, and like, nah, it would little the mood a bit. Yeah, Mr. Deadpool. Last one, Days of Future Past. I mean, I'm just gonna say right now, you can leave if you want. I think this is better than X-Men Apocalypse. This is like an 8 out of 10. This X-Men Apocalypse is like a 7 out of 10. Now you get what I thought. I'm not gonna spoil it because, you know, yeah, I feel that I won't, because I haven't been out for a while. Even my favourite YouTube review, I haven't reviewed it yet, to my knowledge. But yeah, it was good. It had that awesome Quicksilver scene. I'm gonna reference that Quicksilver scene in a minute. It's awesome, you know, and stuff. Got Terminator 2 Apocalypse and like 70s past. Mystique being a bit of an asshole, like, just don't murder someone and everyone will not die in the apocalypse. And then soon there'll be a villain called Apocalypse. And then I think about, like, wow, in this movie that in Apocalypse there's like a villain and he destroys the whole world, but everyone survives. Spoilers, everyone survives. I wonder why they're not. I wonder how come in the X-Men 1 they don't say, oh, remember that? But hey, Logan, there was this time where there's this Apocalypse dude and he tried to destroy the whole world. But I remember, oh yeah, he wiped all the movies timeline. It makes no sense. I try not to think about it. But yeah, and by the way, this was the first movie in a long time, X-Men movie in a long time I actually saw in cinemas. I said, hey, let's go see X-Men. I saw it. Has good times, nostalgic. I'd like to know why. Remember that theme I said at the start? One of my points here, this isn't in order, was just the theme. That theme, among maybe the Spider-Man cartoon theme, bunch of other themes from other stuff, was joined in my head. Even the cartoon one, that if anyone said, hey, what do you want to cast to? I'd say the cartoon X-Men theme song, or maybe Mission Impossible theme song. A theme song, no lyrics. I don't want any lyrics. Besides, I'm kicking ass. I swore. Man, I'm getting too excited here. Man, I wish I did the Civil War. It would have been a lot more condensed. But then I would have to go through all the Marvel movies. But no, this is a lot smaller. But yes, the theme song. It was nice to hear again during that intro. And heck, and you know the part at the end, a bit like an Avengers where it was all circling around the Avengers. You hear the theme. They do that here. All the goosebumps. It's good times. That's what it's all about right there. All of them together. Okay, I'm gonna start from my list and go down. I'm not even joking. My first point, I wrote this as soon as the movie ended. Olivia Munn was hot. Anywho, yeah, Olivia Munn was hot. That's pretty much the gist. Apocalypse. The move. Okay, it's a bit like how Winter Soldier, the Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier wasn't in it all that much, but he was still cool. I was interested in him. He was a cool cat. I wanted to know more about him. So he kind of deserved to have the movie named after him. This movie has the villain. This movie is named after the villain, so he has to be a pretty cool villain. What I think of the villain, I wrote here. Apocalypse looked like and was Ronin from Guardians of the Galaxy. Here's a visual cue, so you know what I mean by saying they look a bit alike. Yeah, I can just put it on the screen because it's expensive. But yeah, he pretty much looks and acts like Ronan. Because when you think of Guardians of the Galaxy, what do you think of? You think of Rocket Raccoon, you think of Groot, you think of all those funny moments like, sorry, I didn't know how this machine worked, but you don't think of Ronan, because when people say what are the most boring, uninteresting Marvel villains, they think of that elf dude from Thor: The Dark World, and him, because there's nothing really to him besides like, I will destroy everything, I have a gem on my hammer, look how menacing I look. He didn't actually act like that. That'll be a lot less menacing. Like, I'm Ronan, I am menacing, be scared of me, and started like, nah, I'm just gonna dance, distracting you. That's a good movie. I like that movie. Oh, back to me, Ant-Man. The villain in Ant-Man was the worst. He was so over the top, it annoyed the crap out of me. Like, didn't pay enough attention to me, Hank Pym. You won't get it. Well, you possibly would. I don't play now. Ooh. So random. Ah, man, isn't that funny? Be myself. Okay, what else that? But he was basically Ronan, but without the hammer. remove that. They look a bit alike, okay? I don't know why. To me, they just look a bit alike. You don't probably, no, they don't. To me, it does, okay? What else did I put? Yeah, because to me, there was nothing to Apocalypse besides just shouting just stuff that was pretty much saying, I am a god. That's pretty much it. He just saying in a pretty cool voice, mind you, I'm a god, you should worship me, you're all unworthy, da 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 da. That's pretty much all of what he said throughout the entire movie. So I don't really think he was really justified. I mean, to have the movie named after him, heck, I remember a bit of him from the cartoon. He was a big bulky dude, and here he just at one point he just sits down with Charles, like looking at him, and he's meant to be this god. He's just sitting there. He's a smallest, not all bulked out, all CGI. He's a bit smaller scale. I mean, like, I can't remember the name. Poe Dameron, Force Awakens. There to there. I swear he's played another role that I swear he's played like another role that like I've also familiarized myself with that actor. So give me a moment. I don't actually know the actor's name. I probably do. Poe Dameron. Okay, if I just type in, bear with me, guys. If I just type in Star Wars: The Force Awakens cast, because I'm just really curious right now. This could be like an hour long. Oscar Isaac. Okay, Oscar Isaac. That's his name. Oscar Isaac. That's who I remember from. I remember him for being Poe Dameron and the creepy bearded robot creator dude from Ex Machina. That was who he was. That's who I recognise him. I mean, he was good. He was good in the role. He had a menacing voice. He looked pretty cool. I mean, pretty much unrecognisable, obviously. But there was nothing really to him. Just nothing really to him at all, really. Like, in fact, he was kind of boring. For a guy called Apocalypse, he was kind of boring. Everything will fall. Yeah, you get it, bro. You get it. And heck, you want to destroy the whole world while you're on Earth, so you probably have to lift yourself to space and then go back down instead of just stand there while destroying everything. So you probably get out of the way. I would thought his henchmen would be like, "Wait, if you got to destroy the whole Earth, we're on the Earth." We're like, "Oh, he doesn't destroy the whole Earth. You just want to cleanse it. I want to cleanse it." A lot of people say that. Oh, he looks like Ronan, but has the mindset of the bad guy from Mad Max Fury Road. He does, like. Okay, I just said the bad guy from Mad Max Fury Road. What does everyone think? What all the like the weird hench chrome on the mouth dudes think the bad guy from Mad Max Fury Road is? A god, worship him. I'll go to Valhalla. Basically, the same with him, but he kind of hypnotizes his henchmen to think he's a god. But he's pretty much the same mindset. Like, I'm a god, worship me. I am your savior, such and such. Yeah. What else did I put? I put Magneto was still unsurprisingly a douche, which he was, because in movies where he's not the villain and he's a douche from the start, like in First Class and Days of Future Past, like Charles is like, yeah, there's still good in him, we can still save him, he's still a good guy deep inside, and then or maybe he's a good guy at first, but then what a surprise, he doesn't do a douche and beats a bad guy again, so no surprise. Yeah. He was still I mean, that's not spoiling anything. I'm trying not to spoil anything. I doubt people come here wanting to know if it's good or not. So I'm not going to put spoilers in the title. But, you look at the trailer, he's on the poster with the bad guys and he's doing bad guy things. And he's saying, whatever you saw with me, that I buried it with my mother, my wife and daughter. So it's obvious he's a bad guy. I should probably say the third act, which is the climax, everyone's fighting, such and such. A bit kind of dragged. I mean, there was moments like, yeah, stuff is being destroyed, people fighting, good guys losing, now they're winning a bit, now they're losing a bit. Kind of dragged, moved like 2 hours. There's a point which kind of made me internally scream, where pretty much for for a long time, it felt like a long time, it was like, Magneto is gonna, turn back into a good guy and, do something to save everyone, or she is going to, do something and actually save him. But for a lot of minutes, it was just them staring, and and it cuts to everything being destroyed, and then cuts to the good guys that are losing, and just do the thing that change back into a good guy or do something that saves them. Stop wasting time. Just do it. No, I'm not doing that. I know what you're thinking. It's not happening. What else did I put? To actually do something, yeah. I said Magni, I'm not going to say the other character. It's mainly two characters that do the thing where they're just staring, like, just do the thing that saves the day. I put, theme was nice to hear again, which it was. I also mentioned earlier how the film expects me to remember faces from, like, First Class. I haven't seen that film in a while, so I was like, who's that? I'm like, oh, that's who it is, when they eventually told me. But I didn't know who they were at first. Probably my fault. I couldn't joke the old memory there. Costumes. Okay. This isn't a spoiler. They wear costumes, obviously. But it's at the very end. There's something at the very, very end. You know the part in the trailer where she's like, now you're X-Men. There's a part at the very, very end. She says that. And it has all the actual X-Men actually fight in this film that, like, are the good guys. Or, like, turn from a bad guy to a good guy. One even bad guy, but the henchman hypnotized. And they wear these costumes and they test with these specific robots, and these costumes have specific patterns and colours that a person that was familiarised with the designs of the cartoon was really nice fan service. I was like, especially Nightcrawler's. I mean, like, he pretty much wore the same costume and everything, which is or Crotshot. How you doing now? Which is pretty much this. This is the figure of Nightcrawler from a X-Men cartoon I haven't seen. Man, that is dusty. But yeah, that was nice fan service. See, this is good. I'm not rambling on, repeating myself a lot. I'm actually have notes, which is nice. It's nice change. Apocalypse's henchmen, which is the people who see in the trailer, like that follow him, which is Storm, Angel, and Psylocke, and Magneto. They barely speak. For like Storm, for Storm, I'm not really complaining because you stuck with her for like pretty much the beginning X-Men film, so you got her character eventually. I mean, it's weird. I mean, these are different. This is a different cast, obviously. It's the next generation, but Patrick Stewart isn't here, so different Stewart. But I'm guessing she's pretty much the same character, which I remember just being, I don't know, nice and stuff. She does the eyeball thing. Angel, in the film we didn't see a lot of. Psylocke barely said any words. I'm guessing we'll see more of them in the future, but we barely got any time with them. They barely say any words. It's like Apocalypse just goes like, I could use him, hypnotize him, don't say anything. He just tries to kill the bad guys a lot. Nightcrawler was cool as a character, as possibly my favourite X-Men, maybe mostly for his powers. He was cool. The new guy, I liked him. Because when I think of Nightcrawler, I think of a skinny, just blue dude. He had blue in his hair. I liked him. He prayed like he does, like Nightcrawler does. That's his thing. He was a really good Nightcrawler, so good actor for that. And I also heard that the actor in X-Men 2 didn't come back because he didn't want to sit through hours of makeup again. But this guy was probably his first, like, yeah, I'll sit in like 20 hours of makeup if just being an X-Men movie, man. Quicksilver was amazing. It makes you completely forget about Age of Ultron Quicksilver. You know, just Quicksilver with an accent, a bit less jokey, and didn't do the things that probably would have stopped him from having the thing happen to him in the end. Like he did, like that scene in Days of Future Past where he pretty much freezes everything. He could have done that in a certain thing in Age of Ultron. I assume you see that Age of Ultron. They don't even mention Quicksilver in Civil War. They're like, hey Scarlet Witch, didn't you have a brother called Quicksilver? Who? Oh, yeah, that him. I think they pretty much killed him. So like Fox could just keep using Quicksilver, while Marvel could just keep using Scarlet Witch, and they don't have vice versa. So they can just move on. Like, okay, we cross over in one thing. I'll take Quicksilver. You could have Scarlet Witch. They're keeping brother and sister apart. They didn't even mention Scarlet Witch, and I think she was in Days of Future Past with Quicksilver with a little child. I'm geeking out. He was still cool. He was still jokey. He was likable. And you know that awesome scene that everyone talked about in Days of Future Past, like, oh, that scene where like the music, even though it kind of makes no sense because I want the music to sound really slow, but whatever. This scene, they do the same thing, but it's even better. It's longer. They use another song I really like, a classic tune, and it's awesome. By the way, the effects, props on the effects for that. So there's another time-free scene. It was awesome. I put Age of Ultron Quicksilver ... Ha. Again, comparison. Yeah. McAvoy and Fassbender are terrific actors as usual. I mean, some of the lines I'm like, that's not, I'm sure there's not a lot to it for that line, but they sell it. They make the most out of it. Hey, it looks like they're just crying at command, like, hey, Fassbender, can you cry for I mean, he's not. I'm not even gonna tell you why he's crying. Just cry, and he just cries on the ground. I mean, they're terrific actors. They're obviously experienced actors. Like, they're probably like, I don't know, theatre actors or something like that. A bit like Stewart, but as demonstrated from like their past films in here, they got it down perfectly. They're younger versions of these characters. I mean, I still miss seeing Stewart and Ian McKellen, but they can't do it forever. Wish they could. They're immortal, like Stan Lee, obviously. They're terrific actors as usual. And I'm going through this now. Jumps from character to character first. Here you actually care. Okay, I don't want to be hypocritical. One of my points for Batman v Superman was the fact that I didn't like how they just went from one scene with this character and one scene with this character, and you just feel disconnected and you just didn't care because these are the first time you've seen these characters and you still don't really care about Superman. Here, you have X-Men First Class and Danger Through the Past, so you not only do you want to know what's going on with these characters now, but they do. I feel they do it a lot. They edit it a lot better, so it doesn't feel so disconnected. Like cuts to black here, cuts to black here. It feels a lot more connected. like it all matters. Like you should know this stuff like that. And I'm actually quite proud of doing this so far. I think I'm actually having a good valid point. Hopefully. Here, yeah, I actually care. Like, I want to know what's going on with Magneto. I don't really want to know why Superman is in the bathtub with his clothes on. I put Deadpool. I know, I just thought I mentioned Deadpool. Like I said, weird. He's in pretty much the same universe, kind of. Maybe he's in a separate dimension. But you mentioned, like, McAvoy or Stewart. This timeline's so confusing. It is Deadpool, mate. And I thought they were going to mention him somehow, because... But you're going to not put more money into it, because like this won't be a success. Everyone wants to see our X-Men and Fantastic Four too, obviously. Well, by Michael B. Jordan, Black Panther's going to be cool. But I thought they were going to reference it, but they didn't. They didn't reference Deadpool. Oddly violent moments. Yeah, because oddly, in all the X-Men films, which I believe they're like 12, so like, a pre-tween could watch it. A preteen can watch it. Like, heck, even Wolverine got bloody machetes on his knuckles. When he does this, you don't see bloody pieces of flesh flying off people's faces. You just do that and they just get knocked down. Here, I don't even know what way. I'm actually curious, like, what's the bloody... elevator music. Be honest, this is probably gonna be like an hour long, I swear. X-Men Extravaganza. I could call it that actually. I'm just checking the age rating because I have a point here. I'm thinking like, is a PG-13? I'm guessing in America that also means 12. I mean, like when I was like Deadpool's rated R, does that mean 18? So I can't see it, but here it means 15. I put where is it? Oddly violent moments at times. Like, yeah, there's some moments of, like, parts of flesh are being, like, cut down. You see actual, like, bloody flesh and, like, you see bone. You see blood on the floor. I'm like, geez, same bloody age rating. I looked around, there were no kids. I mean, there was some, like, maybe some adult moments in Civil War. And Batman v Superman, which, like, I saw kids at. But here I didn't see any kids. I don't know if they were very interested in seeing X-Men Apocalypse. And... we are cancelling the apocalypse. Idris Elba Pacific Rim. Hashtag 2016. That was in 2014. But yeah, oddly violent moments at times. Like, damn. Like, I put like Mortal Kombat style. Like, there's moments mutants actually do this, and there's a actual move in Mortal Kombat where they do this, and the guy's body just goes like a little bloody screwed up piece of paper into a ball, and they do that. That's not a spoiler. Oh, I'm not seeing it now. Now I know that's happening. No, they do some Mortal Kombat style stuff with mutants to other mutants / people. Oddly violent moments that I didn't expect. I was like, jeez. I mean, cool, but jeez. I also put best. This is the best time ever to be a nerd. I'm a superhero nerd geek all around. I mean, like, I haven't watched every franchise. I haven't watched Lethal Weapon, but majority of geeky stuff I know about. Not anime. I watched some Hayao Miyazaki films. Best time ever to be a nerd, because I'm sure a long time ago you said, hey, do you know in 2016 we're gonna have a movie, we're gonna have superhero movies, which has Batman versus Superman, Captain America versus Iron Man, including heroes you never thought would come to the screen like bloody Vision, who looks like, you think a comic like he's all green and yellow, like he no one could take him seriously on screen, but they did. Oh, and we're also gonna have a movie with like a bunch of X-Men that you think look ridiculous in the comics, but no, that's happened. Oh, we're gonna have we're gonna have a movie with like some magical dude called Doctor Strange. And the one movie that's not a superhero versus superhero movie, we're gonna have one where all the bad guys get along. People would be like, nah. But yes, best time ever. I mean, I wasn't as giddy as Civil War because, I mean, Spidey for life, but during the X-Men stuff, it was good. But and to quote the angry video game nerd, if they were called X people, it wouldn't be as catchy because there's women in there, but who cares? Hey, sexist feminist, shut up! You already changed the word feminist from everyone being equal to meaning something, everyone pretty much hates nowadays, like on the internet, like feminists. Oh look, them feminists. Ghostbusters, but oh god! By the way, they played that trailer. There's something with the trailers I want to mention later. I think I'm almost done anyway. I think I'm almost at an hour, 50 minutes, whatever. I'm almost there. It's kind of fun. Versus movies this year. Like I said, a lot of versus movies. The BVS, Civil War, and all this 2016 plus more. I mean, like, some people are like, aren't you tired of superhero movies by now? Like, damn it, man. I have fun. I'm a bit tired of Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, I think it's not the fact that there's a lot of movies out nowadays with Jennifer Lawrence. I like Joy, even though that movie was basically about a lady with a mop. And, I mean, it's weird because when you look at her in interviews, I saw on Jimmy Fallon, like, clips on YouTube, she seems like a really charismatic, down-to-earth person, which everyone says she is. She's so down-to-earth. She's so authentic. That's what I like about her. But for some reason in movies, I mean, it's probably the script. Like, she's told out like that. But when you look at an interview, she's all smiling and giddy and stuff. But here she's like, now, you're X-Men. She just sounds really monotone and a bit dull. But I doubt that's her fault. But, even some people are like, I'm just tired of seeing her now. I put, what else now? Now it's a trilogy. I mean, like, Bryan Singer, White Dawn and Clean, now X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past, and now Apocalypse. There was an after credit scene alluding to more. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I was a bit confused, even as a bit of a comment nerd, like, what is that referencing? But I looked it up and now I know. But I'm like, where are we going now? I mean, like, I assume we're going to have another movie with these X-Men, and we're not going to just go back to, Hugh Jackman, all Halle Berry X-Men. We're going to stick with these ones. I don't know where we're going next, though. I assume X-Force? I mean, like, Apocalypse is pretty much the most powerful mutant in the X-Men canon. So I don't know how you step up unless, I don't know, just have Magneto be the villain again. Like, so you're good now. No, I'm the villain now. But no, don't. I'll be good at the end of the movie. So... yeah, I don't know where else they can go from here. If I put in a bit of research, I assume they're doing another one. I assume Bryan Singer's doing another one. Just a bit confused there. Magneto's always the villain, and Wolverine is always in it. That's the guy at the end, trailer 2. Wolverine's in the movie. You know that if you watch trailer 2. If I say it happened in trailers, that it's not actually a spoiler because it's for everyone to see. He's in it. It was good to see him. Like, yeah, that's him. There he is. How you doing, man? That's it. It's like I don't know, when you see an old relative, like, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I mean, like, I see you in every single movie, but I mean, the years between the movies, I haven't seen you in a while. See, if I wrote down that, I mean, no one will probably get this far, but I'm just glad it's here, and it put some of my opinion on the internet. Anywho, good to see him. Magneto, villain, as always, eventually. Timeline makes no sense. I don't know why. There's some odd place with the editing, and there's like a 1 hour shot. There's a 1 out of place shot. It isn't a spoiler. I think this is the only example that comes to my mind. But there's a part where this lady, who I'm expected to remember from First Class, but that's probably my fault. And she's like exploring something, and something's happening. Like, it's something to do with Apocalypse, and she's in like the bloody thing. She's hiding, seeing what's happening, and for some odd reason, something happens, and it cuts from her. It cuts to a shot of her laying on a rug, looks like she's asleep. Then to like the daylight, and then her back in the place she was hiding. So it's that bit confused me. I don't know. Someone accidentally forgot to take that out, but a bit too late now. Or maybe it was something. I don't know. Like, I know she was actually dreaming the whole time. I don't bloody know. Okay, almost there. If someone said, okay, now we got 3 versus superhero movies. Now we got Batman v Superman, Civil War, and pretty much Apocalypse's henchmen versus the X-Men and X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, I don't like. I mean, they're all superhero movies. I mean, like, you don't really need to rank them necessarily. I mean, just, see what you thought. But people said, just gun to your head, like, album, okay, said, like, the one I most heavily disliked, Batman v Superman, so that's number 3. Civil War is obviously number 1, that's excellent. This one's kind of the middle child, because, like I said, it's a 7 out of 10. It's a good film. I'm not saying it's bad. Because there's a lot of enjoyment. There's a lot of good stuff, because awesome acting, effects, a lot of nice, cool characters, awesome scenes, X-Men-y goodness. I'm sure if you got, like, I don't know, a 50-year-old critic, you're like, I didn't like this. This wasn't a drama about, a biography or something like that, blah, blah, blah. I had to write about that in my film studies. I'm like, how come Avengers don't get any Oscars when films like Theory of Everything does? And I really wanted to say, because the Academy's full of old white people that just like Oscar bait about biographical stuff instead of, giving deserved awards to, like, a bloody director that got a bunch of superheroes together in the Avengers. But I didn't say that. I'm saying it now, though. I had a lot of oh shite moments in my head. I actually said the S word. I actually swear in my head, because there's a lot of moments like, oh look, it's going great, and then something goes wrong, and in my head like, oh shite. But then there's a lot of badass character moments like, yeah, oh shite, he's doing that. Still stayed after the credits. It's a Marvel film, but obviously I wasn't as mad when people were leaving like, yeah, I'm unsure either. But I stayed anywhere. Anyway, I stayed anywhere in the place. I said it was it referenced something I wasn't really sure about. And lastly, I put good, not as good as Days of Future Past, a 7 out of 10. Out of First Class, Days of Future Past, and this, I haven't watched First Class in a while. Maybe Days of Future Past probably the best because it's like Terminator with X-Men. It's Terminator with X-Men. Oh, by the way, nothing to do with the movie. I think I pretty much summed it up there, and also summed up my thoughts on the other X-Men films. So all as good as good. But before the movie started, there was a few trailers I saw. I don't know I comment on trailers, but just my complete experience of watching it in general. One of these trailers was a film called Mother's Day, which I've now seen 3 times now. I've been forced to see 3 times now. I'm glad Jack Whitehall is in it. I'm glad, it looks like he's just playing himself because in the trailer he's doing stand-up. Jennifer Aniston, cool. Some jokes that make no sense. Like the kid, like in the trailer, there's a kid that's like, why Dad lets us do this, and then she's like, well, Dad lets you go to school without any underwear, and I'm like, why would you want to go to school without any underwear? What's the point of that? And there's also like, I don't know, a joke about like a guy buying tampons, and he goes like, where's the tampons? And the lady's like, where the tea, and before she says, like, actually don't say it, and she like cancel that call for tampons, even though she didn't actually say the word, and she'd even make a call for it. I'm not even talking about the movie now, I'm talking about a trailer to a movie called Mother's Day. It's a chick flick. It was a movie that goes from one character to the other, and maybe I think they all meet together at the end, they all link or something like that. It was a bit like that film I saw, How to Be Single. Ugh. That kind of pushed down my head. But still, that's like a chick flick and with really bad jokes, and it kind of panders to middle-aged women. In my opinion, you can see it if you want. I was like, oh look, Elliot from Scrubs did it. That's a good point. When they were saying all the celebrities in it, they didn't say her. I'm glad she's in the movie though. Besides, I know, being the mother of Rick and Morty, because cast of Scrubs. Oh, put it together. And there was also a trailer. They showed the Ghostbuster trailer, which thanks to the internet watching YouTube videos a lot, I have now seen more times than I should. The first one made it look mediocre. There's trailer 2, and there's the Marshmallow Man, and I think even worse jokes that made me think I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm just so blimmin' curious, and I like Ghostbusters. It's like the modern day. Like, when you look at modern day comedies, that's like really obvious, not good jokes, and they'd shove Will Ferrell in it with, like, I don't know, Mark Wahlberg. That's a modern day comedy. It makes a lot of money, but they're not very good films. Like Jack and Jill, they're again one of the best comedies of all time. A film I'm proud enough that I say I've seen in cinemas, and they're doing that to it. But whatever, nothing is sacred. Is whatever. Oh no. When I saw that I also saw another movie. I think it was Sing Street. I forgot to mention it, but they showed a trailer called 9 Lives. Did this sound like a straight-to-DVD film? There's a guy, and he's like really arrogant, and he likes money, and for that he turns into a cat. Yeah, there's a lot of straight-to-DVD films / cartoon episodes that with that premise. They did it here, and it stars Christopher Walken and Kevin Spacey. It's called 9 Lives. Look up. This is probably one of the worst trailers I've ever seen. Why I tell you about trailers? Sums it up. Saw the trailers for Nice Guys though. Looking forward to seeing that. In fact, I'm seeing an unlimited screening of it, and I like the period of the 80s, like I said, for Sing Street. So maybe I'll do one of that because that's somewhat exclusive, I suppose. Okay then. Okay, I said my extravaganza of my thoughts on the X-Men franchise. I looked through all my notes and kind of just summed up. I said, it's good, it's good. And I think for now I'm going to do that because it actually really helps. I just not repeating myself. I got that to help me. Water, this, what do I say? I have an ending catchphrase thingy. I keep forgetting to look this up. This is Deano, and I'm another screen watcher like you. See you around. Sorry for wasting an hour of your life. It's been an hour, I know.